Okay, boys and girls, once your data is complete and you have calculated your averages, you are ready to get a piece of grid paper to do your graphing. In this case, we're going to be constructing a bar graph, and you're going to be using your averages, these numbers right here, to construct your bar graph. Okay, so down here on the bottom, our x-axis is where we will put our paper towel brands. So we'll label this paper towel brand. Okay, and I'm also going to list our 3 paper towel brands that we tested, and since I know I'm only going to be making 3 bars, 1 bar for each, I can kind of space them apart a little bit. So I'm going to write Bounty, Scott, and Total Health. Let me back up just a minute here. Notice I have my paper horizontal. It will make things, I think, a little easier too if you orient your paper in this direction. Okay, so I have my x-axis labeled, ready to go. Now I need to get my y-axis labeled. Guess what goes on our y-axis? If you said number of drops, you are correct. So I'm going to turn my body sideways here and write number of drops. Okay. And then I'm going to look at my averages and kind of see what range I'm working with. My smallest average is 55. 114 is my largest one. So I need to be able to have a numbering system all the way up to 114. So let's see here. Could I count by 5s? I don't know. Let me try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. I think I can do it. I can count by 5s. Now, you may not be able to count by 5s if your data is larger than what you see here. You might have to count by 10s. But I want to be able to create bars that are using most of the piece of paper. I don't want my bars to be little scrunchy looking things. So I'm going to count mine out by 5s. So there's 5, 10, 15. Let me keep going. Give me just a second. 45. And definitely, guys, as you number and do this, I would do everything in a pencil. I would not use pen just in case you make a boo-boo. 100. Okay, so I went up to 115, so I think we're good. Okay, so let me see here. I had Bounty listed first here, which is my second one over here, so I need to be careful I'm graphing the right stuff. That is 114.3. Okay, so here's 110, here's 115. So 114 is going to be closer to 115 than 110. So I'm going to kind of break that up. So it's probably about right. I'll do it right in here. Okay, and I would just mark the top of it. And I'm going to even label 114.3. Okay, once you do it in pencil, then you can grab a colored pencil to create your bar. I'm just going to kind of trace a line all the way down. Then I'll shade that in neatly. And hopefully yours is nice and neat. I'm kind of on video here, so I'm kind of scribbling a little bit, because I don't want you to wait on me to color. I will color that in all the way down, okay? So my next one is Scott at 55. That was nice and easy. Now 55 is right here on this line. There is 55. So I'm gonna kind of look all the way across. So it is right here. If you see, I can even take a straight edge to kind of show that. There's that 55 all the way across. So then I can grab a color. I would probably choose a different color at this point. And shade that in nice and neat as well. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of halfway do it. Move on to the next one before my timer runs out. And then I have total home at 82.6. Okay, so I'm gonna use this little straight edge here. Here's my 80. Okay, it's on this line is 80. Here is 85. So 82 is gonna be closer to 80 than 85. So here's 80. So 82 is probably right in here, I believe. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna pick a different color this time. I don't think I've used purple. Then I would shade that in all the way down. Good practice is always to label the top of your bars as well. So we said this one was 55. This one was 82.6. You will want to color them entirely to make them look neat. Real quick, I'm going to back up one more time. 5 is right here. That is 10 right here. Okay, and that is 15 right here. I still sometimes have kids get a little confused with that. If you would like for me to check one bar at a time to make sure you're doing it correct, I don't mind checking. I'd rather catch any mistakes early on before you get the whole thing done and colored and then there's errors. So if you want me to check anything, be sure to ask, okay? And then don't forget to title this. We can just call it our paper towel graph. Your name goes on a corner somewhere, and then you're good to go. Happy graphing.